Okay, this is gonna be a really short video, but I know a lot of you wanna know if the video's up for, but if not, you're gonna wanna know this. If you put fender flares on your truck, they're gonna scratch it. They're gonna scratch it. No ifs, buts, and ands about it. It will scratch it. Sorry if the camera's bouncing, I'm holding it. But I took mine off to wax the truck, and I used some polish compound to try to get the scratches out. So did the scratches come out. So let me turn the camera around. I'll show you what I used. I'll show you a before and an after, so you can decide for yourself. Okay, so here's what I use. It's 3M Perfect rubbing compound. I guess you just get this at your regular paint store. My buddy had a bottle of this. The paint store wasn't open. I think he said this is about $30 a bottle. Not a huge bottle, but it don't take a lot. So I want to show you what we got here. You can see right here this big scratch that was left, and then there's a couple of scratches right here actually, and my front ones had the same thing, and it comes down. So you can see that's a pretty bad scratch. So what we're going to do now is take you up here to the front, which I have already done, and I actually polished it as well, and you can see right here that you really can't see much of that scratch. You can see a little bit of it right here, but this is the tape, and I couldn't buff it out of the tape. It just wasn't working. But you can see there was a scratch down through here. You can't see any of that. You can't see any scratches across here. The only scratch I couldn't get all the way out is right here, and that's very, very, very unnoticeable. I mean, that's, when you're standing up here, you can't even see that. So yes, and am I going to put my fender flares back on after doing this? I probably will, but not right away. I would like to find some kind of clear double-sided, or clear tape, don't have to be double-sided, but some kind of clear tape to go around this to protect that from it getting scratched again, because even though you can get these out, it wasn't easy. It probably took me, I don't know, every bit of 35, 40 minutes, or maybe even an hour to get those scratches out, because I was just using a pad. I don't have a buffer. If you had a buffer, I'm sure you could probably get out quicker, and you could probably even get those out, but I didn't have a buffer, so I didn't use that. But this fender has been you know, done with the compound, and it has been waxed. So this is a completed fender. It is very slick, and it is completely done. But you can see 98% of the scratches, 95% of the scratches completely gone. So okay, I wanted to add this in. Here's the fender that I showed you earlier. I just got done with it. You can see maybe just a hair right there. I mean, there's just a faint outline, but for the most part, it all came out. So like I said, with a little elbow grease and some pretty hard rubbing, these will come out. But I wanted to show you the finished product here on this one fender. This has been waxed and everything. I think it came out pretty good. I like it. Okay, project fender flare scratch removal is complete. You can still see some of the deeper ones just a little bit right there. I think if I'd had a buffer, I could have probably took that out. No problems at all. The front ones, looking at those, you can see this on the tape, maybe, but I couldn't get it out of the tape. But for that fender right there, it pretty much came completely out. Let's walk around the other side. This fender right here, some deep ones, just a little bit. Don't know how well that's showing up on camera. Got most of those out. Again, I think if I'd had a buffer, I could have got out. Some deep ones right here. And that looks like about it. So for the most part, I probably got, I don't know, 85 to 90% of the scratches out where the fender flares were at. And tell you the truth about it, when was the last time you seen this thing without fender flares on it? I mean, seriously. Let's walk over to this side. When was the last time you seen this without flares? It had to be right before or right after I bought the truck, because it wasn't too much longer after I bought it, and I put the flares on it. I kind of like that look now. Not sure I'm gonna put the flares back on it, but I did leave the little pieces right here just in case I want to. But that 3M stuff does work better than Scratch X. I'm actually going to get a bottle of the 3M. I threw my Scratch X away. I can recommend it higher. It works better, it works faster, and you don't have to use as much arm power to get out, even though I can't even hardly lift my arms now from waxing this truck. So yes, you can get the scratches out of your truck if you put fender flares on it. Mine are Bushwhacker. You can get those out. Is it easy? No. If you had a buffer, probably a whole lot easier than the way I'm doing it. But it can be done. So if you have those on there and you're worried about it scratching, don't worry too bad. I don't know how many times you could do this, but for now, I think that came out pretty good. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.